Welcome, everybody, to Poor Decisions. Today, we're talking with two incredible women, Renee and Melanie, the leaders behind Okto Pickleball. They're partners, sponsors, innovators, and pretty much redefining what gear looks like for players on and off the court. Ladies, thank you both for being here, especially during the holiday madness and getting ready for Black Friday.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having us.
So, we're going to just jump right in because I know that one of the biggest things that we love, obviously, is this incredible bag right behind us. And we're going to go and start at the very beginning. The very first question for both of you. And how did you two meet? And what was the spark that became Okto Pickleball?
Do you want to start?
We should have been more prepared for
We
this.
should have. Um, well, let's see. The way we met is Renee moved to Denver, Colorado in 2021,
Mhm.
and for a job. I've lived here since 2007, and we had a mutual friend who we just both knew, and she had a big party, a hot tub warming party, actually. She got a new hot tub, wanted to have a big game night and hot tub warming party.
In the snow, of course.
Yeah, in the snow. It's
Yeah.
Denver. Awesome place to hot tub when it's snowing. And so anyway, so we met there, and um you know, I liked her. I mean, but it was not like a big thing at that point. And then she invited me and a bunch of people to go to dinner before going to this event called First Friday. First Friday is the biggest lesbian dance in the country. And it happens the
Okay.
first Friday of every month in Denver, Colorado, at a place called Tracks. And so she invited me and a group of people to go to this. And so we went to dinner, and then we went to Tracks, and all of our friends were there, and we got to dance one time together. And then on the Uber ride home, I just had this feeling like I just need to just throw my cards on the table, just tell her how, just say I'm interested. So I don't waste time. I just, like if someone doesn't want me, that doesn't hurt my feelings. But I don't like to waste time or play games. So I texted her on the Uber ride home, and I said, "Hey, it was great spending more time with you. If you haven't fallen in love with someone by the end of the night, do you mind if we go out sometime, on a real date?" And so I sent that, and I sent her that out because sometimes you're crushing on someone and they don't even notice you. They're crushing on two other people. And so anyway, so I gave her that out, and then right away I saw the dot 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 on my screen, and I was like, "Oh, that's a quick answer. It's either a quick no or a quick
Oh,
yes."
yes.
So she wrote back and she said, "Well, I'm home too, so I didn't fall in love with anybody. And yeah, I would love to go on a date with you and get to know you better."
Yeah, and you know what we found out when we actually were able to talk more is both of us are from the two poorest states in the country, New Mexico and Louisiana. We were raised on farms. We were both valedictorians in high school, so nerds,
Yeah.
and we had a lot more in common. And even we were both raised in bilingual homes. So she was raised in a Spanish-speaking household. I was French, being in South Louisiana, and so just a lot of interesting connections. And so it's great in midlife to be able to meet somebody that's that's definitely somebody who is a great complement and challenges and is truly a partner. Because I went through a divorce during the pandemic, and it was a really dark time, and Melanie went through an awful time in the pandemic as well, losing some family members. I mean, her 50th birthday was a double funeral.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
sort of like we went through a valley and then met each other, and it's great to have each
We're kind
other.
of the same age. I'm 6 months older.
Mhm.
And so we both had these like awful 50-year, like our 50-year birthday was this awful time. I had a double funeral, and I forget what yours was, but it was,
Divorce and
yeah,
yeah, not a good time.
it was equally awful. So we just had all these overlapping things. We both like really spicy food, really like lively music, like, you know, accordions and banjos and instruments that most people don't like. We like all kinds of music too, but I mean, it's rare to find somebody that likes that kind of music too. So there was just so much overlap, and it just seemed easy after on our first date. I just knew she was the one, and I called my mom the next day, and I was like, "Mom, you know me, I've never, ever, ever, ever wanted to be married. You know, completely commitment phobic." And I said, "But if I marry anyone, it's going to be Renee." You know, because and she was like, "What? I've never heard you use the M word." She was like, "This must be some incredible woman." So yeah, it just felt like I've known her forever. It was easy. I felt safe. It was just awesome.
Oh my God, I love that. That is
She just
awesome,
nailed you.
guys.
Sounds familiar.
It sounds very familiar, actually. Oh boy, not about us today. Thank God.
Yeah, about you too.
Oh, we're gonna hear your story eventually.
Yeah, you will.
There's a story.
There is a story.
We're only 3 months apart.
Very similar. And yeah, we're only 3 months apart in age as well.
And then to go into the Octo story, I'll say it a way that Melanie wouldn't. So when I first met her, I kind of thought she might be high maintenance, just by the way she dressed and a few things. And come to find out, she welds and rides horses and loves like four-wheelers. And so I was totally wrong on the high maintenance piece. But the funniest thing is when I first got to know her, she goes out in her garage and loves to weld to, I kid you not, Celine Dion. So she'll have like the sappiest music playing at full bore. The whole world can hear it. And she's in there like sparks are flying everywhere. It's just hilarious. So anyway, so she has these ideas of creating things on any given day. And by the way, she's come up with 3 new inventions in the last several weeks. And I've said, hell no. No, just no, because we have too much going on. So anyway, but she usually does things with metal, and so her previous inventions have been things that she's built with her hands. So this one was a bit different. And I remember the day, so she got into pickleball in the pandemic. I remember the day she was upstairs sketching something, and I'm like, what's up? And she was sketching a backpack. She said, I hate all my backpacks. None of them work for pickleball, so I'm going to make one. I'm like, okie dokie, that's different. And 2 years later we launched it. So typically she plays with metal. So this was a whole new thing for her to create.
Textiles is a whole
I
different
I
medium.
do have to
I
ask
had
though,
no idea.
do you have a welded version of the bag?
No,
As an
but I have
ornament.
this
I think it would be a
box
good little like
version.
umbrella rack or so. I'm just saying there's something there. Just saying.
We should do that. That would be fun. I'll make a little metal octo bag.
Octo
I was
Christmas.
giving her an idea.
Oh my
Little
goodness, I
hitches
love
for
it.
the sides, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. I love that story, you guys. That's so great. Especially, I mean, it's such a short time. You guys have been together and then already you're like overachievers building this business, right? It's huge.
Yeah, and it's a perfect combination because in my previous inventions, I'm a mechanical engineer and I put all my emphasis on the engineering, on patents, on manufacturing, and very little on marketing. And Renee is a marketing expert. She's led marketing for the largest companies ever. And so the combination is really good. And what I learned through my previous inventions is that a good idea at $5 will get you a cup of coffee at Starbucks. But if you can't market it, if you can't get the word out, it
That's
doesn't
right.
matter how good it is. Marketing is so, so important. And so I'm very blessed to have Renee for Octo and just in general in my life.
Well, and I will say it's been a learning journey because my marketing has always been in service industries, not CPG. So this is very different. I mean, we've both learned a lot on the journey, and the pickleball community is unique, and so we're still learning and growing. And we really love that we're partnering with you both because you can help us because while we have a lot of knowledge in some areas, there are still a lot of things we have to learn.
Yeah, totally. Oh, and we're so honored to be a part of this with you. So you're obviously a woman-owned brand in this space, and honestly, it still leans very male. How does that shape the way you lead and what you create, and how you are trying to pave the way as a woman-owned company in this space?
Yeah, that's a good observation. When we launched in, let's see, We launched officially mid-July, but the month before that, we went to the Pickleball Expo in West Palm Beach. That was our first kind of public exposure of Okto. We had a booth, lots of samples and everything. And the curious thing is Renee would run the booth and I would go up and be part of all the meetings and all the forums that would happen around this expo. And it was like this fraternity of guys. And they would get in a circle, like, there'd be a panel, all guys, and then some women in the audience would ask questions or whatever, and then after, everyone kind of wants to meet the panel members. Well, the men would just create this force field, and it was just like this, like you just couldn't break in. And then the third day of the show, it was like Women's Day or something like that, to present women businesses or whatever. I wasn't yet an established business, so I wasn't in the running, but I was there to observe and to see. And as soon as the women got on stage, all the men left and they were talking in the hallway very loudly. And it was so disrespectful. It was like, it was like, well, yeah, the chicks are up now, they don't mean anything. And but what it did do is we met some of our best friends there that have propelled us, like Elena Saris. She was there in that room and she was so upset at these guys, and she went into the hallway and she called them in. She said, either shut up or come in and listen to this because we're trying to have our presentations. And Alana is just great. She's very just assertive and nice, but she's assertive and she's smart and she calls things out. And so she's the one that introduced us to Lee, actually. So she just texted you and said, you guys got to get together.
Yeah, and she runs the
Yeah.
recreational
She's
pickleball
a great
association. So
connector.
yeah.
She's
Yeah.
definitely a great connector and gets what I think we're all trying to do, right? Which is lift each other.
Yeah, and I think because of the scarcity of women right now, it just makes the ones that are there closer and more eager to help each other. We've really bonded with so many people that we've met at these shows, and they're all women, and we love helping them, and they love helping us, and I just think that's where our power lies.
There it
Yeah,
is.
and with the bag, we did have a lot of conversation on the color, and so our launch color, the one sitting behind you, is the black and the blue. We thought it matches with the story of the octopus and our brand inspiration really well, but it also appeals to men and women. Now we're coming out with new colors, and we've gotten feedback that the colors coming out in January are going to lean more female, which isn't a problem because a lot of fellows love the bag and the organization, but an equal amount of women really love the organization. So people who were Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts growing up, that kind of thing, that like a place for everything. So we want to appeal to both genders. But yeah, I think we do lean a little bit more female, particularly with the colors we have coming out January.
Yeah, probably so. Although a lot of men requested hot pink.
That's true.
So
Right.
I love
That's a
that.
thing now. I love it.
Yeah.
yes. It was surprising to us and in a good way. So it's going to be interesting. We kind of track our numbers to see our demographics, and I think we're 60-40 women to men at this
Yeah.
point. But it's going to be interesting to see who buys the specific colors, which colors are more popular, and we'll get a lot of data from that.
For
I
sure.
will say when I just came back from nationals and we had massive rain delays. I don't know if you were following the weather and the issues we had at nationals. So there was hours and hours of rain delays.
Oh,
And we were in the lounge, and of course I'm grabbing stuff out of my bag, and I will say probably 80-20% men were like, "Can I see your bag? What is that?" There's a lot of random people going through my bag at nationals, which was great. But it was interesting to see that it was mainly men that were looking
yeah,
at it. Does this fit? Does that fit? And I'm like, oh, this fits and that fits and this. So it was
yeah.
great to see them paying, at least giving an interest, because let's face it, we all know most of the decision making and the purchasing goes from the woman in the relationship a lot of the times. But they were very, very curious as to the bag and had a lot of good feedback on it. So
It's really good. I'm going to jump into some holiday season stuff here for you, okay? Because I know that
Okay.
your holiday season is here, and you just rolled out your new promos, BOGO 50 off, and the holiday 25 code for $25 off a single bag. Why did you want
Correct.
to make these available now?
It's holiday. And, you know, one thing that we've heard is a lot of people not only think about a bag for themselves, but they know somebody who, particularly their partners, who are like, my partner needs a new bag and I'm just tired of them using this old, you know, whatever. And so this gives people an opportunity to make good on kind of what they've thought about during the holidays. So we're just trying to reduce the amount of friction and get more people to use the bag and enjoy the bag.
I thought you were following the trends of like looking at like the grocery stores and stuff. It's like in July there's already Christmas decorations, so now it's the holiday season.
So fun.
Well, we did decorate this past weekend. It's getting cold here in Denver and dark so early. So yeah, you kind of have to brighten up the mood, right?
Absolutely.
And I've also heard you guys say, because I know that clubs, I think it's Team Canada actually, but clubs and teams and groups are ordering the bags in batches. How do you see the group discount and BOGO fitting into supporting the larger pickleball community?
Oh, well, we hope to develop a huge, what we call either private label or co-branded business.
Yes.
And so we made bags for Team Canada for the World Cup of Pickleball, and we made bags for Team China, and we made a batch of bags for this company called Empower Pickleball. Cassandra Gerke, she's another wonderful friend of ours. And you know, she bought 80 bags, you know, and we want to develop that because people see the innovation in the bag. It's unlike anything else out there, and they want their name on it, and we're okay with that, you know. So as long as Okto is on there somewhere, we love that they want their brand on top, and so we hope that that's a growing trend. We'd love to have all kinds of teams. I don't know if you have more on that.
Well, the other thing I would say is even if we do large shipments like that, every bag sold we do donate to Diver Mojo. That doesn't change,
Right.
even if we do wholesale deals.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
and we give incredible pricing, probably even better than the BOGO and the Holiday 25 to people that buy in those kinds of batches. We give them more like wholesale pricing. So we really think that's going to be a huge part of our growth segment, and so we're really leaning into that.
Love it.
I love it. I mean, one thing that really connects us just as partners is your purpose around the bag and your connection with Mojo Diver. You know, me being
Yeah.
a conservation photographer, you know, around wildlife, you name it, and the place, trying to protect the places we love. I love how much this bag represents all of it. It's very all encompassing. And trying to even introduce that into the pickleball world. Like we're trying to partner right now with a recycling company, women owned, for all of the pickleballs. So
Yeah.
I just love how just even us as women, pickleball, the bag, I mean, just there's a lot of good that can come out of what we're doing.
For sure. Yeah. And the impetus for the bag name Octo was because what I realized playing pickleball is you have to be adaptive, and there's no other creature that's as adaptive as the octopus. I mean, it can change color, texture, it can fit itself through a hole this big. It's just incredible. It can build a shelter around itself if there's no place to hide, and it even plays, so it plays with fish when it's bored. I mean, that level of intelligence is incredible. And so I thought, you know, what better name to name this bag that's multi-featured, that has so many pockets and customization things, than Octo. But we didn't want to just use the octopus, we wanted to actually help it. You know, we love the octopus, we love the coral reefs, I love diving, and we love snorkeling. So it just was perfect. It's the perfect brand muse for the bag and for pickleball, and it's fun to be able to know that we're helping a cause that we care deeply about.
And we've had a lot of people decide to buy it because of the cause and the mission,
Yeah.
in addition to the functionality. So
That's amazing. So before you go, Renee, because I know that you need to run off, we're going to just do a really kind of closing quick fire question thing before you got to head out, okay? And both, I'm going to shoot out 4 questions to you, and you both have to answer. So what's your favorite Octo color?
favorite what?
Favorite Octo color?
Of all the colors coming out,
Yep.
Oh,
there's a white and teal is mine.
I would say I like the original, the sky blue. Yeah.
Okay. One weird thing you absolutely keep in your personal Octo bag.
So I'll name mine. I carry a Franklin Covey, so you can go ahead and judge me. I'm the planner of the two of us, so
She goes to sleep with her Franklin Covey.
it's not that bad.
And she's
You
got her
should
happy
see all
in her
the
back.
little
Yeah.
check marks.
I got mine is a insight into my recovery and wellness.
It's true. She has like a happy, which helps her sleep. It's a halo you wear around your neck. I don't know if you know what that is,
Oh,
but she
All
carries it
right.
in her bag.
You'll see
That's
the video
awesome.
dropping. It's like we had to reshoot it because the mics did not work. We had to get new mics and we reshot the video, so it's going to be uploaded as soon as we're done
Actually,
with this.
since we're done with this, you
Yeah.
guys are going to see the new video up.
oh,
Okay, how about the best advice that you can give a woman starting her own company?
um,
Don't.
network and go for it and just take the next obvious path that you can think of. A lot of people are like, how did you invent something? I have ideas all the time, but I don't know what to do with them. And I said, well, I didn't know what to do with them, but you just take the next logical path that you can think of. A, you need a prototype. B, you need a manufacturer. You need to market, and then you just right now you can do so much on ChatGPT or other AI devices to just really learn so much.
And I would add to know where your gaps are and find somebody to fill them. And the other thing is talk with somebody as a mentor in the industry because we had to learn the hard way on a couple of things and we made a couple of missteps that we wouldn't have made had we talked to people. So just always having someone to bounce concepts or concerns off of would be another thing. And we can be that for someone if they're trying to enter.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Totally. And then the last question is, it's not really a question, it's I want you to finish this sentence with one descriptor word. The Octo pickleball bag is.
Epic.
Awesome.
So the future of Octo pickleball. Let's talk about baby Octo for a minute.
Sure.
You have a huge release in mid-January, baby Octo. What can you share about the size, colors, and who is the bag perfect for?
So we are so excited about Baby Octo. So technically so the original one is Octo Pro Elite, and this other one is Octo Rec Lite. That's going to be its official name, but we internally call it Baby Octo. And it is awesome. I think it may have a chance of being even more popular than the original flagship Octo. It's shorter top to bottom because it doesn't have a shoe chamber. But the width is the same so that it can address all paddle sports, even the big wide tennis rackets and padel paddles will fit in there. The other thing cool about it is we made it smaller in every dimension except the width, of course. So back to front, it's smaller too. But in the back, there's this zipper expansion that you unzip all the way around, and it'll give you another 3 inches in the back. So if you have a lot of paddles, or if you have a laptop and paddles and whatever, you have the option of expanding it. So we're really excited about that. A lot of people love our bag for tournaments, for traveling, and for rec play. But I think even more are going to like Baby Octo for rec play, where they're just grabbing a water bottle and a paddle and going. But the thing that's cool about Baby Octo is that you don't lose any of the functionality. So the big deal about the Octo bag is the side hatches. All of that real estate is still available on Baby Octo. You open them up and then you have all of these pockets. You still have a ball chamber that'll hold a whole sleeve of balls across the top, out of the way. It'll hold 2 pairs of safety glasses. It has a secret pocket for your wallet and keys. And then it has the front workstation, which is perfect for your phone, business cards, and pens. So Baby Octo has all of that stuff. The two things it won't have is the shoe chamber and the insulated lunchbox. But it's going to be incredible. I'm super excited about it.
That's awesome. So are we.
Yeah, no, we can't wait.
Yeah.
It's, I love the Okto because everything fits, right? For tournament, for travel, it's like there's nothing that it's not, oops, I need to throw this in there. It's like, no, it's all in there and it goes. But for the, you know, for the day to day of just grabbing and going down to the courts, because knowing that you're coming home, you don't need to take all the recovery equipment. You don't need to, you know, I don't need to take all of that. It's like it's like a day bag.
Exactly.
And I
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
that
yeah.
day bag is going to resonate because of the functionalities of this bag. And if you don't use the functionalities of the baby Okto, or the rec lights, then it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be a win-win on the rec market.
Oh, I think so too. And it's just so nice. You set it up once, you know, you put the things you need most common, your sunscreen, your lip balm, your Kleenex, um your go sleeves, your gloves, whatever you need, the things you use every single
I
time.
mean, seriously, I know that we're on the podcast, but we're just gonna open it up because you're just naming it all. I mean, literally, look, this is Lee's bag. She's got her gum, her lip balm. We have our business cards. We have our Octo discount cards for vitamins. I mean, everything. The bag is
Yeah, on the other side.
amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
perfect.
and once you have it set up once, then you just need to refill your water, drop it in, and go, you know, because it's set up for your sport. It's set up for pickleball, you know, and so you can already trust that if you fall down and skin your knee or someone else does, you know where your band-aids are, your Neosporin, or your Advil or your
You name it.
Voltaren or whatever.
Yeah, totally.
No, it's great.
It is. And then I'm going to go ahead and close with one last question. What does success look like for Octo in 2026?
We want to hit to us, success would be 3,000 bags sold. That would be just awesome. And so there's that. We also, it would be nice if we could quit our jobs and just be around pickleball all the time and go to tournaments and sell Octo. And I have a number of inventions, as Renee mentioned, that I'm just itching to work on. I'm very creative. I can't help but make things. I need to make things. And so so I'd love to get Octo to a point where it's kind of running on cruise control and I can have time and energy to put into other creative things that I have in my patent notebook.
I love that. Well, I want to thank you both for joining us. Huge congrats on the holiday promotions, Baby Octo, launch next month, and the growth that you've already had. I mean, we're excited to keep lifting women together on and off the courts and in business especially. And everyone watching,
Well,
please. Oh,
and
go ahead.
we're excited for both of you. I don't think we said enough about how much this relationship means to us. I mean,
Aw.
but Lee, you're a legend in pickleball. Angela, your photography is just world renowned. So we're just so happy to be aligned with two people who are like-minded, who are powerhouses in their own right. And we love that you love the bag. We love that you love our concept. And we have other exciting things coming down the line that I think you'll like as well.
Yeah, no,
Absolutely.
we're excited to be on this journey with you, and we feel very privileged that you picked us. So thank you.
Absolutely. We are absolutely
Thank
honored.
you.
Everybody watching, please go do the BOGO 50 off or use the holiday 25 for $25 off the bag.
Yeah.
And most of all, support women-owned businesses and make an impact.
Amen, sister.
You heard it here.
Let's do it.
Welcome to Poor Decisions.
Right.
Don't go making any poor decisions because
We're very good at that ourselves.